Here's your trigger warning: narcissistic discard example. How come you act like you don't love me anymore? Because I don't. I never loved you. Let me look at you. You never loved me. After you had nothing when I first met you. I've done so much for you. Well, I didn't ask you to do any of that, and it's pretty manipulative of you to try to hold it over my head. I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm just trying to show you that I've always been there for you. I've always had your back, and now you're turning yours on me. I'm not turning my back on you. I'm just moving on to make my life better because you don't like you. I don't feel the same way about you. Like you don't look the same, you don't talk the same, you don't act the same. Because I lost myself trying to give you everything. I threw all myself into this relationship. Again, nobody asked you to do any of that. You did that on your own. So now you're crying. You see, that's another reason I'm leaving. You're way too emotional. The tears are not going to change anything.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am Lee Hammett, self-aware diagnosed narcissist that uses his platform to, educate people about narcissistic personality disorder and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here, A Narcissist Explains, is dedicated to taking my TikToks and YouTube shorts and, going deeper into them, opening them up a little bit. They are 60 seconds. This is going to be a lot longer than 60 seconds. So the TikTok you just watched, the YouTube short you just watched, was an example of a narcissistic discard, of a narcissist coming to the end of a relationship and getting rid of the person that they're currently in a relationship with. And as you can see, it's so cold and calculated. So if you've been discarded by a narcissist, sometimes it's just like that. They'll legit look you directly into your face and tell you that they don't love you anymore. Tell you that they never loved you. Tell you that you were just a piece of, just a pawn, or that they were just using you, and things of that nature. And you're breaking down, you're crying, you're begging, you're pleading, you're just going. You feel like and you tell them, like in that skit right there, you tell them just like, hey, look, I gave you everything that I ever was. I gave you everything that I had. I gave you everything that you needed. You had nothing when I first met you. I helped build you up into this new person. How could you leave me now? Because you built them up to that new person. Because when you met them, they had nothing. You had more than they did. So the narcissist resented you. And that, like, I know it sounds crazy, but because you take in a narcissist that doesn't have anything, that has a low-paying job, that has a criminal history where nobody a criminal history, doesn't have anything going for them, doesn't have a car, doesn't have anything, like literally doesn't have anything. You have to literally take care of that person. You literally become a parent to that narcissist. And narcissists have a lot of issues. A lot of narcissists have issues with their parents. So if you're playing the parental role, where you think you're being a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife to the narcissist, you actually playing the role of a parent. And the narcissist resents you for that. If a narcissist has daddy issues or mommy issues and you're trying to play that role in their life, but while also being their girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife, they resent you for that. They resent you for having more than they have. They resent you for being in the position that you are in. Because in a narcissist's mind, like, we think we deserve the world. And we have done nothing to earn it. We just think because we are who we are, we deserve more. We deserve better. We should be in a higher position of power than you. We should be making more money than you. And just because. No other reason, just because. Literally just because. You know what I mean? And I know it sounds crazy and it sounds delusional, because it is. Literally just because. And a lot of times a lot of times people in that situation where they get with somebody that's doing so terrible in life, they get with that person because they feel safe with them. Oh, I felt safe with you. Somebody that's less conventionally attractive than what you would normally go for. Somebody that's, has less money than what you would go for. Somebody that has less ambition than what you would go for. You feel safe with that person. So technically in your mind, you're thinking nobody else will want this person. So I feel safe with this person. Like, they won't leave me. They won't cheat on me because nobody else, who else would want this person? And then you build them up. And then guess what? Somebody else wants that person. And they know that, and they leave you. They take everything that you gave them and they leave you and go love bomb somebody else with it. They go build a relationship or a family with somebody else. That's why I say when people, like, you date down sometimes because you feel comfortable, because you feel safe, and you build those people up so they're no longer down on that level where you found them at. They are a higher level, so more people want them. You didn't want to compete with anybody else for their love, care, and affection, but now that you built them up, now they're a business owner, now they're successful, now their criminal record has been expunged, now they have a car to go cheat in. And they don't have to use your car anymore to go cheat on you in. They can use your car, use their own car to go cheat in. Now that you help build them up, they're more appealing to other people. Now other people want your person that you normally felt safe with. Other people want that person. So the narcissist resents you for that, takes what you gave them and just leaves you high and dry, leaves you cold. You know what I mean? I gave you everything. I did everything for you. I didn't ask you to do that. That's one of the main words. I know a lot of people are going to hear that statement right there and it's going to trigger you, because did they ask you to do that? Were you asked to do that? No, you did it because you loved the person, you cared about the person, you wanted to see the person do better. So, but they didn't ask you to do that. Sometimes they will ask you. They'll ask for help and things like that. But sometimes they don't ask you to do that. You just do it out of the kindness of your heart, and they take advantage of the kindness of your heart. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to stop dating people that have less than you. I'm telling you to vet people better and things of that nature, and just take your time. You mean don't stop taking in projects. Stop taking in trying to fix broken men and broken women, because when you try to fix a broken man or a broken woman, you try to fix a broken person, you typically end up with a broken heart, because they take what you gave them. You help build them up. You take pieces of yourself to help build this person up. You take pieces of yourself to help give this person more. You take pieces of yourself to make this person a better person. And guess what? If you're taking pieces of yourself, who is replacing those pieces? Who's replacing those pieces of yourself that you have given to this narcissist or this toxic person or whatever? Who is replacing those pieces? No one. You can't give from an empty cup. Like I said, and you're in a relationship with a narcissist, most times it's going to be an unequal input and output relationship. You're not going to get out what you put in. You just won't. Now people are going to argue and push back on that thing right there, but you're in a relationship with a real narcissist, not just a jerk, not just an a-hole. You're not going to get out what you put in. You're going to put in so much stuff, you're going to get out very little, and then you're going to get discarded. Search for equality in a relationship. Make sure you get an equal in and equal out over an extended period of time before you start having babies with the person, before you start moving in with these people. You should not be living with somebody in 2 or 3 weeks or a month. You just should not. Like, I don't care. You should. You'd be surprised and shocked at how many one-on-ones I do with people, and they're just like, we were living together within the first 6 weeks. What? You don't. The love bombing, the love bombing was unbelievable. Oh my God. I don't give a damn if you love bomb to the heavens and the earth. 6 weeks is not. Like, it takes 90 days to get to know somebody. At least 90 days to get to know somebody for who they really are. So 3 months is the men. Like 3 months, y'all. Like Jesus, like you should not be living with somebody in 6 weeks or 2 weeks. You should not be. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't be talking about babies and getting pregnant and stuff like that with people you are not married to. That's one of the things. I know a lot of people don't like Kevin Samuels. But that's one of the things he harps on is like, stop having babies with people that you're not married with. You know, sometimes you get caught up with a narcissist and you get pregnant by them after you get married. But sometimes people are like, I've been in a relationship for 3 months and we planned this baby. What? You planned a baby 2 or 3 months into a relationship? It's just frustrating, y'all. Slow down. Take your time. Stop wanting this Disney romance. That stuff does not really exist in real life. In the real life, in the real world, the Disney romances rarely ever happen. And when they do, Aladdin, I can show you the world, and lied to her. He was lying the whole time. He showed her the world to somebody else. He couldn't give her that. You know what I mean? Take your time, slow down, and be realistic with your goals and set boundaries. Goodness gracious. Because the situation, that situation I showed you in that skit, it happens so many times. It's why it has almost 200,000 views on TikTok right now. Because it happens so many times and so many people can relate to it. Because you give your all to somebody who's not giving you anything in return. Except maybe you might be getting your cheeks clapped or clapping some cheeks. That's all you get, some sex. Is that worth giving your life over to? Some people are like, yeah, you don't know what they like. I'm going to give my life up. Then you look goofy in the end. We're not looking goofy no more. Stop looking goofy 2021. Let's get it. Anyways, y'all, thank you for so much. Like and subscribe to the channel. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Mental illness is out. Peace.